around in GTA's business sector. Today, these ladies are giving back at the Rotman Commerce Women in Business, or RCWIB, Women's Leadership Symposium. It's at the Four Seasons in Yorkville. This one-day conference covers topics from accounting to tourism, as well as professional female accounting. Speakers looking to inspire women execs of tomorrow. So entrepreneur, business leader, and best-selling author Shelle Rose Charvet was a keynote speaker at the symposium today, and she joins me on the line now. Hi.
Hi there.
What keys to success did you share with the girls at today's symposium?
Oh, it was so much fun there today. Today I was talking about what I call the new reality, which is where you look around the world. I mean, and every day I do this presentation, I have to add more crises, and because the new reality is about all of the crises that we have to deal with. Nothing is certain anymore. I mean, even getting on a plane isn't certain, or that, your retirement is going to be there when you're done. And I work with business leaders around the world, and they have to make decisions in this new reality. So I talk to them about what are the different attitudes that I see in leaders with regards to the new reality, and as opposed to what attitude will actually help them prepare.
And in your work, you focus on persuasion and influence. What persuasion tactics do you think work best in business?
The first thing I think that's really important for anybody that wants to persuade anyone, business or personal, regardless, is to stop thinking from your own point of view and get into the point of view of the person you wish to persuade. What's important to them? How do they think? What motivates them? How would they make decisions? What most people do is try to persuade people in the same way that they need to be persuaded. And then we're kind of shocked and amazed that other people just don't get on our bus and go where we want them to go.
Mm-hmm. So in 2010, you started your own business.
I've been running my own business for 26 years, Success Strategies, but with my partner, we just started a technology startup. And, as a communication consultant, this is a huge leap for me, but we're living our dream combining technology and psychology to help improve understanding and communication. So it's been a real ride since then.
What did you learn along the way?
Because our suppliers who are developing these iPhone apps and email tools are around the world, dealing with the cultural differences has been really, really difficult. One of the things I shared with the women at the conference today was dealing with the fact that I'm working with German artificial intelligence scientists, and in Germany, one of the values that's really important is that everything needs to be perfect. And I remember fighting with these guys over and over again because we couldn't move ahead because they weren't convinced that what we were doing was perfect, so we couldn't go to the next step. And I thought, this is going to kill me if I have to keep fighting with these people. And so I realized I needed, again, to change how I communicated. And I was thinking about it all weekend and being upset about it. I had another meeting with them on Skype on a Monday, and I said, look, I think we need to talk about the philosophy of our project. I said, one choice is that we can go and aim to make the perfect product that everybody's going to love, and it'll work perfectly in every way. And they were practically jumping up and down with excitement.
Huh.
And I said to them, and if we do that, we will never have a product to market.
Mm.
And I offered them another alternative, which was to figure out what is good enough and figure out how to do that so that we can actually bring it to market and keep improving it.
Now you're talking about your latest venture, which is Libretta, and I understand it analyzes the meaning behind email.
Well, it does something a little bit different than that. If you receive an incoming email that you think, I better think about this, what it will do is analyze the motivation that the sender had when they sent it to you.
How do you do that?
Well, it's never been done before. This is why we're using artificial intelligence scientists to work on the programming of this. We're analyzing the linguistic structure of the sentences used by the person. And because so many people who work in English are non-native English speakers, the tool has to be sufficiently flexible for spelling and grammar mistakes. So this is what we've been developing. So, for example, we can tell you whether a person in an email is trying to achieve something to get towards an objective or a goal, or if they're trying to solve a problem. We can tell you whether they're deciding for themselves about what they want and what they don't want, or if they're influenced from outside people.
It's fascinating.
We can tell you whether or not they want lots of alternatives and choices, or they don't want alternatives, they just want to know what's the next step. And all this shows up in linguistic structure, and that's what we've been programming and developing algorithms for. But it does something more than that, too. If you type your response, once you've done an analysis, Libretta will coach you and give you an analysis of how well your response fits the incoming email and give you suggestions as to what kind of phrases to change.
I'm sure your presentation was well received by the young women today. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thanks, Laura.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shelle Rose Charvet is the author of Words That Change Minds. She's a professional speaker and works with businesses around the world on communication and persuasion techniques. She was a keynote speaker at today's RCWIB Women's Leadership Symposium that happened in Yorkville. Let's get a news update now. Here's Connie Sinclair.
Well, still some delays and cancellations at Pearson Airport this afternoon after this morning's wildcat strike, but things are